Alright, so today I wanted to do a review for you guys on the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite. And the reason I want to do this is because I think there's somewhat of a misconception that you could use any tablet for reading, such as an iPad, which I actually have the iPad 6th Gen here, so this is the brand new one in 2018. And basically, the big difference here is going to be in the screen. Now, when it comes down to user interface, iPad wins all day long. It's not even close. And I'll show you a little test of that in a minute. But basically, what you buy a Kindle Paperwhite for is the screen. And basically, the best way to put it is it's almost like the words are on the screen itself, and there's just a little bit of a backlight to it. So it's really, really good at night. And actually in all conditions. It's good outside as well. You can easily see what's on the screen, even in direct sunlight. So it's really, really cool how that works. And with something like an iPad screen, or if you're thinking maybe you could just get a Kindle Fire and get away with using that as your e-reader, you'd be wrong. Because on any of these devices, you are going to get quite a bit of glare and eye strain, at least from my experience. Now, when you get into the Kindle Paperwhite, you just don't have that issue. The other cool thing is, so there's a quick little display if you can see how the glare looks or the lack thereof versus, even something as good as the iPad screen. It has glare. So it's like to read, it's kind of a pain. The other thing is, most people, 99% of the people out there, when you have something like this, like an iPad, an Amazon Fire, you hook up 60 different accounts to these, whether it be email or FaceTime or Skype or whatever it is. So you're trying to read, and then bang, you get interrupted with a notification, and it takes your attention off of the book, and you lose track of where you're at. Something like this, you just don't have that. You can silence your other devices, pull this out, and you're reading. And you don't have to think about anything else or worry about anything else that's going on. So that to me was one of the biggest sales points of this. Is for just over $100 when I bought this. You get something that has an awesome screen, and it's a dedicated e-reader that you're not going to get distractions on. The other really nice feature is the battery life. The battery on this easily goes, I would say, 2, 3, 4 books, depending on how fast you read and how long the book is. And that's comfortably. So what I want to do is I want to bring the camera over here, and I want to show you what the interface of this actually looks like. Alright, so here we get a good idea. We've got a lot of lights on in here right now, and if you notice, the glare really is not bad. And if you were to take something again, we'll go into the iPad screen, you're going to see all the glare that you get with that. So a nice matte finish on this is really a welcome touch with an e-reader and reading books. So the one gripe I would have about this is that the user interface is very basic. So when you click on things, it's almost like we're back into the 80s or 90s computer technology. And again, it's okay because I'm not going to use this for web surfing. Again, as far as like the bookstore goes, it's actually somewhat painful on here. So I never actually use the store on here. You can kind of see how slow it's loading. And this is on high-speed internet. So it's not the internet, it's the device itself. It gets by, but this really is not a way that I want to be scrolling around and trying to read reviews on books. So what I do is I actually go in online on the computer, and then I'll send books to the phone or to the Kindle Paperwhite. So as you go through, you've got settings. You can change the screen settings to max brightness, and we can go all the way down to nothing. And I like too that they number these, so you can actually pick a spot that works best for you and then leave it there all the time. There is no light sensor, so it doesn't automatically dim and brighten based on your conditions. So that would be one thing that would be kind of nice. But yeah, overall a good experience. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you what this looks like outdoors so you can see. Again, this is one of the selling points, is the screen looks awesome no matter where you take it. And again, just for a quick comparison. This is a regular Kindle Fire, and you can see all the smudges and the reflections we're getting. This thing doesn't show any of that. So really cool. So let's take it on outside and you can see what it looks like. And then for those of you that might have been unaware, the Kindle Fire actually can do updates. So in the middle of shooting this video, it actually started doing an update. So they do keep it fresh and keep the firmware going. So it's kind of neat that things change once in a while and for the better. Alright, so we have the Kindle Fire outside, and I just want to show you here what it looks like with an actual book. So for those of you that have never used a Kindle Fire before, it's, tap on one side to advance the page, tap on the other to go back. It's very intuitive. If you want to go back to the menu, you can hit the top, and you have all sorts of buttons: going home, go to Goodreads, go to the store, change settings, push back here, and it's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to look up a word, you just hold down on it and it will pull up a definition, which is pretty cool. You can take a note or share it with someone. So it's really cool that it has a little bit of that built-in integration like that, and it just makes it for a really good experience. And one thing I'd like to note is, even when I tilt this out, this is an overcast day, I'm still not getting much of a glare at all. And one really neat kind of fact here is I never read books ever in my entire life until I got this Kindle. And having this Kindle just, I don't know, it's just a joy to read on. I never actually liked the feel of paper and flipping through, and your hands might get a little bit dirty going through it. This is just a really nice feeling screen, which is cool. It's kind of like that matte finish with a little bit of a texture to it. And if we kind of look around at some of these buttons here, and really there is only one button. You've got your charge port here, and you've got a little LED indicator here, and your little on-off button. But look how thin this is. It feels good in the hand. It's a good size. And overall, just use your iPad for what the iPad's built for. Use your Kindle Fire for what that's good for. This is good for books. Get yourself a designated device, and I can highly recommend this. I've really enjoyed using this. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and have a good day.